The Basic Exchange and Cooperation Agreement for Geospatial Cooperation or BCA, long in the making, has finally been signed by India and the United States. The agreement will enable India to gain access to extremely accurate geospatial data. This is going to have major implications for a range of military aspects, such as giving Indian missiles a killer edge. The India and the US have already signed three key foundational agreements, which include the General Security of Military Information Agreement in 2002, the Logistics Exchange Memorandum of Agreement in 2016, and Communications Compatibility and Security Agreement in 2018, supplemented by highly accurate United States satellites. This geospatial information can help in navigation and, more importantly, in targeting military assets. Hello everyone and welcome back for another most interesting session of the defense updates provided by SSB Crack Exams. I am Hemant and I would like to introduce you that SSB Crack Exams is India's largest, most preferred online defense exams preparation portal. If in case you are preparing for various defense examinations, you can download our Android app from Google Play Store, and you can even follow us on all sorts of social media platforms, so that it will be very helpful for your examination preparation, and in which in your app also you can go through all the important lecture content, study material, sample practice questions, quizzes and a lot of informative content at your hand. Beginning with the question of the day that I posted on 27th of October 2020. And the question that I asked was, which squadron of Indian Air Force has recently inducted Dornier Do-228 aircraft in its fleet? I repeat, which squadron of Indian Air Force has recently inducted the Dornier aircraft in its fleet? And most of you have given a correct answer for this. This is the number 41 squadron. Okay, number 41 squadron of Indian Air Force. They carry their nickname as what? They carry their nickname as Otters. Okay, number 41 squadron, they carry their nickname as Otters, and this is that particular squadron which inducted the Dornier aircraft in the day of the last of December 31st, 2019. Okay, so Indian Air Force Chief Rakesh Bhadoria had formally inducted this particular light utility helicopter in this particular squadron on 31st of December 2019. Okay, so Indian Air Force in 2015 it has signed this particular contract to purchase 14 of these aircrafts. Okay, so among all of these, the 14 aircrafts, they were planned to be inducted into our country, into the Indian Air Force, of around a cost of around 1090 crore from the state-run HAL. Okay, so HAL has a capability, it has a license to produce and manufacture these aircrafts. So it has signed this particular contract, and among all of these, few of them were inducted on 31st of December 2019, and the rest will be inducted very soon. And this is a twin turboprop short takeoff and landing utility aircraft, primarily used by Indian Air Force, Indian Navy and Indian Coast Guard. To get in detail regarding what the squadron is about, then the squadron, the number 41 squadron is active from the 1st of March of 1958, and that particular squadron is responsible for all sort of transport aircrafts, and it carries its headquarters at two important Air Force stations. One is at Air Force Station Palam and Air Force Station Guwahati. They carry their nickname as Otters as mentioned, and they carry their motto, which is written here in their logo. It is Samay Par Sahayata, which means help on time. It has participated in both Indo-Pakistani wars of 1965 and 1971. Going through the first and foremost important defense update is regarding the BECA deal. This I was discussing with you. This particular important deal has been signed by the Indian and the United States counterparts yesterday. So the full form is the Basic Exchange and Cooperation Agreement for Geospatial Cooperation. Okay, this is a very important one. About what does this particular agreement carry about? What does this BECA help to our country? If we go through that, it will give our country access to military grade data that will help draw up target coordinates. That means we will have an edge over drawing the military target coordinates over the enemy territory. Okay, if we have the enemy territory's targets, then we can happily deploy the missiles and the various other important developments that are happening from our countryside also. So all of these military coordinates can help direct missiles of air launched bombs to a terror location in the neighborhood with high accuracy. This particular agreement will also help in long range navigation and also in missile targeting. This is the most and foremost important thing that we have to understand. Okay, so BECA is the fourth level of the agreement deals that are happening between our country and the United States of America. Before, we already had three agreements, which include the General Security of Military Information Agreement GSOMIA in 2002. Another one is about LEMWA Logistics Exchange Memorandum of Agreement in 2016, and then comes the COMCASA, which is the Communications Compatibility and Security Agreement, which is signed in 2018. Since last 3 days, we are discussing about all of these 4 important agreements. So I am pretty sure that you have to understand that these agreements are very, very important, and the questions related to this will be coming up in the coming up CAPF, CRPF, all the important Central Armed Police Force examination, also in the CDS 1 2021 also. Then comes the next important one is about the 8th round of India-China military talks. This is going to be focused on fixing the buffer zones. This particular one has been set off, but this has been delayed. Okay, why was the talk, the 8th round of India-China military talks delayed? The main reason is because of the BECA agreement. Okay, this is the main reason. Because of the BSEA agreement, and China and United States, both of them do not have proper relationship between both of them. The agreement that has been signed between us and the USA is kind of irritating China. So that is why China has postponed it. Actually, if in case these talks would happen at the right time, then they would have been focusing on the exact locations of the buffer zones, and both of our countries would have spoken about with an aim to work out a partial disengagement of the troops over the next 3 weeks. Okay, and before, you have to also understand that winter is going to set in very soon in the Ladakh region, so it is very, very important for both the soldiers to maintain the peace and tranquility. So a certain amount of thinning of infantry might take place. The meaning of thinning of infantry is what? It is like reducing the number of people who are deployed there for the security of both the nations. So this particular thinning might take place as a confidence building measure if in case these talks would have happened off. But unfortunately, the talks have been delayed because of the basic exchange and cooperation agreement for geospatial coordination between both our country and the USA. Going through the next important update is regarding that the Taiwan, it says that these new arms purchases that are already being done, these are going to boost their credible and asymmetric combat capabilities. This is regarding that the Trump administration, it on Monday had notified its Congress that the plans of the Harpoon system, has a plan to deploy the Harpoon system, also to even gift the Harpoon system, so that these Taiwanese people can buy the Harpoon system and they can make a good defense from the Chinese side. So this particular proposal has already been accepted by the United States Congress, and this proposal was taken up by the Trump administration. And all of these Harpoon missile systems are capable of striking ships, land targets, and these are given to Taiwan. Followed after then, on October of 21st, around $1.8 billion worth of weaponry has already been given. This important deal has also already been discussed from our side. So if in case you have a complete knowledge about that, and if you want to have a complete detailed analysis of that, I would like to request you to go through that particular important dates, defense updates also. Then going through the next important update is regarding that the ISRO is thinking to provide high-speed satellite internet cover for the Galwan Valley Panchayats very soon. Okay, why is this very important one? Two things you have to consider. One thing is because it is the Galwan Valley. Okay, why it is because at this particular area that around on June of 15th we lost 20 of our brave soldiers who gave their soul to this motherland. So at that particular place, this is very important. And at the second reason also is because we also have a war memorial that is located here. Okay, so also Indian soldiers are guarding this particular border. And the third reason is because it comes under the Indian territory. Okay, this is always a very, very important part. It is an integral part of the Indian territory. So these three are the most important things. So what are those important agencies that are providing the internet cover? They are the Bharat Broadband Nigam Limited and Telecommunications Consultants India Limited. Okay, both of these organizations are teaming up together to provide internet connectivity to all the people who are living in the Galwan Valley and to all the important soldiers who are located in the Galwan Valley. This clearly indicates about how defense will be affected. In one case, it will be really profitable to the soldiers who are located and who are deployed there. You have to also understand that both of these agencies have already prepared a blueprint to roll out high-speed satellite internet connectivity in all the border terrains. As per the high-speed internet rollout plan, around 5,000 remote gram panchayats in over 15 states and union territories have been identified. Now, what is this particular one? This particular program is known as the BharatNet program. Okay, this generally should come under the current affairs section, but why we are discussing it here? Because both the important defense development areas are also coming under the BharatNet program. This is considered to be a very important inclusive measure taken up by the Modi government. If you have to go through what is that in very particular, that will be dealing with the Galvan Valley internet provision, it would be the Hughes India. Okay, this is a US based Hughes Network Systems company. So this is going to provide internet service to each panchayat of the Galvan Valley using the capacity from ISRO's GSAT 19 and GSAT 11 satellites with the Hughes Jupiter system. Okay, this is going to be the de facto standard for the satellite broadband implementations as said by the government statement. Now we will have a very quick review by going through some of the most important questions, and the first and foremost question is, the internet connectivity project under the center's Digital India initiative will connect 5,000 gram panchayats through satellite link as a part of what program, and that program is known as the BharatNet. The next question is, which among these deals was signed in 2016 by India with the United States? It is the Logistics Exchange Memorandum of Agreement. LEMOVA was signed in 2016. Then comes after that, it is the Communications Compatibility and Security Agreement. It is signed in the year of 2018. And then yesterday in 2020, we signed the BECA agreement, the Basic Exchange and Cooperation Agreement. It was long back in the year of 2008. We signed the first agreement, which is the General Security of Military Information Agreement. Then comes the final question for you. Which among these deals explains about sharing of mutual critical information and military grade data that can help draw up target coordinates in the enemy area? And that particular agreement is the BECA agreement. Now we will have the question of the day, and the question of the day for today is, which defense related organization has designed and manufactured 40 mm UBGL ammunition? I repeat the question, which defense related organization has designed and manufactured 40 mm UBGL ammunition? The correct answer for this and the explanation for it I will be giving you in the next session. Until then, stay tuned to SSB Crack Exams, subscribe to this channel, download our Android app from Google Play Store. Always stay safe, stay healthy, eat healthy food. Jai Hind.